Hello everybody, Brad here today. Welcome back to Project Hospital. I hope you're all doing okay. So in here we have Ahmed Umar. Ahmed, you are now a radiologist. I believe you are a radiologist in real life. So welcome to the hospital. You're currently performing an x-ray on our good old Jane Thomas right here. So there you are, Ahmed. Your name is longer on YouTube. I hope that's okay. There wasn't enough characters to put your full name on YouTube, so there you go. Okay, so a little bit more housekeeping, guys, before we get stuck in. I will be streaming Project Hospital on Thursday. We're going to be streaming on Thursday on Twitch and YouTube at 9 o'clock GMT plus 1 hour. So 9 o'clock British Standard Time. We're going to be streaming Project Hospital in a brand new hospital that we're going to start from scratch with no monetary requirements, and we're going to be trying to build a very realistic hospital with the help of you lovely people. So please make sure you stay tuned for that. We've got quite a lot of people over here waiting in our emergency clinic. Let's have a small expansion, and what we're going to do, we're going to expand like this. And we're going to build that there. It'll build the foundations automatically for us. Oh, I've put it in the wrong place. Can I undo? Oh, look at that. God, I love undo. I love the undo button, guys. I simply love it. Right, and we've gone for brick. Yeah, we have gone for brick on the outside. So that's going to come. Oh, I need to do foundations first. Come down, maybe with a corridor of 4. A bit like that. Let's get all of this all done. The foundations I think will come out to there, so it's all as symmetrical as possible. Then we can delete that wall and that wall. And what wallpaper? We're using this one in blue. Let's get a wall out there, and that will also need to be the same colour, just there. And our floor is the blue line, so let's get that coming around. Lovely, a bit like that. Then we want these here, and that going out to there. Yeah, that's right, isn't it? Okay, now we need to delete these windows, because you're definitely not going to want to be peering into these as people are getting all of their bits and bobs out. So let's get a window in there in the corridor and somewhere like there. And we can get a couple down here. We might expand down here, I'm not sure. Okay, so this is going to be a waiting room just here. Lovely. So let's just move these bits. We'll move them to there, and we'll move these benches to be on this back wall. I'm not sure if we're going to put more rooms back here or not. Not too sure. Let's get those spread out. Okay, that's lovely. Yeah, okay. Right, so now we need to put up some doctor's offices signs. So let's do that. And then we went up to 6 there. So this is going to be 7, 8, and 9 will have to go there. Okay, perfect. Okay, lovely. Right, so our next objectives are all very much based around ambulances. So we could start thinking about getting in some ambulances. And as we start, I imagine we'd probably start now seeing people getting close to death, especially when we have things like the intensive care unit. So we also could start thinking about getting in Pathology, one of the brand new additions to the game with the new DLC. Do you know what? I think we've progressed through this series quite a lot faster. I feel like we're progressing quite hard. And do you know what? It suddenly dawned to me that, it'd be quite nice if you actually got some doctors in. So this here is slightly green. I mean, my eyesight's pretty bad, but even I can see this is slightly green. So I assume this means that Casey Jackson here is one of the interns that will be great to hire. So that's one of the objectives you get, is sometimes you get interns which are great for hire. So let's get in Casey and we'll see how he does. I think we'll just go for one more. Let's go for... I'm going to go for Joseph. Okay, there we go. Guys, if you want to be named as a doctor or anyone else in the hospital, let me know. There we go. Okay, so we've got $22,000. If we get in one ambulance, we basically we start getting ambulance patients. So we don't get any monetary grants for them. So at the moment, I can't really get an ambulance because they cost, what's they cost? 35, is it 35,000? Yeah, $35,000. So we can't do anything with the ambulances at the moment. Our goal at the moment really is to try and treat 50 patients. We'll try and treat 50 patients. I don't know if we will be able to. That's a whole nother question. Okay, so let's just have a little bit of a walk around. Can you... Oh, I thought that was the reception. I was like, what are you doing going in there? No, it's just me being stupid again. Right, who's in here then? We've got Brooke Allen in here. So she's got Meniere's disease, which is an inner ear disorder that is characterised by vertigo with unclear cause. Well, that sounds horrible. And is there someone there lurking behind that curtain? Oh, she's got diabetes. I'm sorry, Mary. We've got Fabian looking after you, so you're a lucky lady. So hopefully Fabian will be able to give you some treatments. Right, so we could start branching out our internal medicine, couldn't we? So we haven't got any hospitalisation in at the moment for our internal medicine department, but we could start thinking about that. So for hospitalisation, we need a diagnostic unit, an on-call room, a nurse's station, a regular ward and a high dependency unit. Now with the recent game update, we've actually now got the special procedures unit in place of the operating theatre. So now internal medicine uses the special procedures unit. Okay, so if we were going to go for, did I put in a wall there? I did. Oh, I thought I put a wall in there. Maybe I'm going absolutely mental. Let's go out one, and what we'll do is we'll just kind of block that as quite a clear entryway into hospitalisation. Just to make it a bit more obvious, because then if you're coming for the clinic, you can just stay in this part of the hospital. But if you need to, you can obviously come into this part. So that's Jane, who I think had... Oh, wait, what? Oh, okay, she's over here. So she's got sarcoidosis, which is internal medicine. So Jane, you need corticosteroids, which you're having. You can't be hospitalised. Or, I mean, you are at the moment. I know it's an emergency. What we'll do, Jane, is we'll keep you here, because at the moment we are waiting for you to come into internal medicine. So as soon as we get a regular ward, we can transfer Jane from the observation unit in emergency over into internal medicine. So I think we would have a diagnostic unit. We'll do a 5x6. Oh, I mean, that is not what I wanted to happen. So let's do that. Let's put that back to how it was. Right, so if we had a diagnostic unit, like 5x6, and we could potentially get another one in here. So let's just wall that off. What wallpaper are we using here? Okay, well, let's go with something a bit different in here. Let's go with this one. And the actual room can have tiles on the bottom, I think. There we go. And you can have a green tiled floor. My mouse control's not very good today, is it? Okay, and then is this that floor there? I think so. Lovely, okay. And I need to make sure that this back wall is also done as the green tile. So there we go, lovely. Right, so this is going to have a door with a window. Then in here we're going to need an exam table. So let's pop you in there. And you need, I think it's just the spirometer. I think. I don't know if it needs to go with the exam table or not. But let's get in a medical light. I believe that's working. What we'll do is we'll fill it all out, then if we need to put it in later we can, can't we? So let's get a disinfectant dispenser. We'll get one outside as well, so you can disinfect your hands if you're coming into hospitalisation, if you're visiting a family member or anything like that. We'll get out some equipment cabinets. Then we need an eye test, and we'll get out a whiteboard and a stretcher as well, just to fill out the room a little bit. Okay, so the last thing we need in here is an audiometer, and we also need the CRP scan. So let's get CRP scan there, and the audiometer on that table just there. Perfect. So we could also get out some posters. So where are we? We're in internal medicine. So let's get out a liver poster, and we'll also get out heart maybe. I need to put some more posters around here. I'm not very good at remembering to put in posters. So we can put that poster in there, and we'll put in the liver on that wall maybe. Okay, so there is our diagnostic unit. So that's our first room done for hospitalisation. Now we need to work on getting in the wards, the nurses station, on-call room, and I'd quite like to get in the lounge because again that's a new room here. We have got in our general surgery lounge just over here. Now have we got enough doctors in general surgery? We've definitely not got enough pharmacists. Oh my wow. Right, let's get into here and we will get in a new computer. Where's our computer? So let's get that in. What kind of chair have we got? We've got the blue chair in our pharmacy. And I believe we've got Chad Oliver in our pharmacy. Yeah, we do. Here, there you go, Chad. So let's get Chad, someone else, to work in here. Some backup. So let's go for William Walker. There you go. So that should... Let's get some more chairs so people can wait. What kind of chairs have we got? I think they're the blue chairs. So we are needing these chairs here in blue. We'll get one more in there so someone can sit down while they wait. So hopefully these guys start really clearing out that pharmacy backlog. Look at all that money. Beautiful money. Beautiful. Give me all your money. Right, so that cleared out the backlog. Right, here we've got a complicated diagnosis. So Susan here is either got Crohn's disease or lactose intolerance. Okay, so let's do a C-reactive protein. We're going to do some like lab tests, is what we need really, isn't it? So let's also do a blood draw, CBC sampling, elastase, RT-PCR, I don't think we need ELISA, PCR sampling. I don't think we need histamine. A useful indicator of mast cell activation. Yeah, I don't think. Oh, let's just do them all. Let's just do them all. That's the easiest way to do that. And then we still need to transfer Jane, don't we? Right. So let's start to plan out our wards. So if we were to have a high dependency unit, fairly like this one here, we could just copy that room over. But I'd rather not do that. I'd quite like for this to be a little bit different if we can. So let's say that we were going to have, so our corridor here is this. So we could come out, well let's get, I know what we're going to do. Right, I know what we're going to do. Let's say that's regular ward. Now let's go in and I'll do our usual thing of getting out a bed, a bedside cabinet for that bed, a bed sockets, again all the bits we need. Then obviously we like to have a chair beside our beds with some kind of coffee table. So how many of these can we fit? And can we fit? So if we were to get one there, we'd have a 1 gap. So let's do that. We could have moved that over, but that's fine. And then we'd have one there. And then you'd start going out of bounds. So let's have another gap. So that's 4 beds. That's not a lot at all though, is it? So let's build out our foundations, and we could start going behind, possibly. I don't know if I like that. What I think I'm going to do is actually just have like a smaller ward here. And if we need to, we could have a corridor like in there. I think that's the idea, because I don't really want to block that off, because I think that's quite a good entry point where you could come into internal medicine if you needed to. So let's do that. Then that's all going to be a regular ward if I can find it. There we go. So regular wards. Then we're going to make sure that these are painted correctly. Now we're going to need some space for a door. So we could go for a door up here. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, this ward. It's not very big in here. It's fairly small, but we'll start off with a smaller ward. If we need to increase the size, we can later on. Now down here, let's get in some cabinets with a radio, and we'll also get in a bookcase. So they've got a few things to do if they want to mix it up a little bit and, you know, spend their free time doing a few extra bits and bobs. Okay, now I'm pretty happy. That's a very small ward, but it's going to get us going. Now here, what I'm going to do is actually copy maybe 2 units of the high dependency ward, and I'm going to plop them over there. Now we've got £7,000 left, not very much basically. So again, let's come out and we'll get that in there. Our actual wallpaper for inside will be this one. Mix it up again a little bit. Okay, then we're going to have to change these windows to be green windows. So let's get rid of all of those windows and doors. And we'll pop in some green glass walls. A bit like that. Then we can go for doors. We can get a door in there, and then we'll put in some glass walls here as well. Now I know that this is not a very realistic high dependency unit, guys. I know that. Please don't think I'm going insane. I know that's not very realistic, but we haven't got much money. So we have to start off quite basic with our internal medicine department, but I hope that down the line this will make us lots and lots of money. Okay, so the other rooms that we need are the on-call room and the nurses station. Okay, so what we could do, how busy is our general surgery high dependency unit? Not very busy at all. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm just going to delete all the things in there just to give us a little bit more money. Because then what we can do is I think we need to expand our foundations a little bit. Maybe out by 3 should be plenty. Right, our corridor in here is this one. There we go. So let's get that out to there. That needs to be a brick wall. Then we can get rid of this wall just here. We could also get rid of some intensive care beds. We have a lot of intensive care beds, and they're actually all empty. So let's get rid of that bed there. That should also give us a bit more money. And expand this. Right, now we've got a bit more room to play with now. So if we were to come into internal medicine, get it right, Bradders, get it right. Right, so now we need to get in the nurses station and the on-call room. Okay, so let's say that we're going to get in the nurses station, somewhere like there, 5 by 6, some nice space. Then on-call room could go down here. And these might move actually at some point, these might move. And what we'll do is for the moment, we'll just expand this corridor. And then when we get a bit more money, we can get in things like the special procedures unit, the lounge, you know, all that kind of good stuff. Right, so nurses station. What I'm going to do is I'm tempted just to copy, come in here and just copy like that. So a desk, computer and a chair. So we can come into here and we can just place these down. So let's get, I think 3 of those for the moment. And in doctor's office we'll get, again, 3 of them for the moment. Then we can get in some wood. I really love to get in some half walls. You know, like in the Sims games you have half walls. I'd like to get those into this game because you can do some really cool things with them. Right, and let's get out a wall here and a wall there. Now I think quite a lot of these walls are going to be glass. Like that, just to spice it up a bit. So nurses station, it needs some kind of equipment, so let's get that in. We'll get in a meal tray, we'll get in some scrubs. Just to, you know, just to put some clutter in there. I think the rooms always look better with a little bit of clutter. Then we'll do the same over here in the doctor's office. We'll get out a stretcher there in the corridor, a couple of stretchers maybe. And then also in here we'll get out some, let's get out one more shelf. And I think we'll get out some cabinets so we can put in something like a radio. Where's the radio? That's because I was on the nurses station. I've gone a bit blind. There we go, a radio. Right, so that should be everything we need for internal medicine to function other than staff. So we need a minimum of 3 nurses and 3 doctors. So let's go into here. Oh, Dana, you're pretty good. You have no perks. Let's get you. Let's see the rest of our hidden perks. And we're going to get in... We could get in Judy at night. She's not great, but she's okay. Then there's lots of depressed people. Jessica's good. So we need 1 more nurse. We'll get in Mary. Okay, and then doctors. Again, let's see those perks. Spending lots of money. Let's get in Karen, and she can be our head of department, our chief doctor. Then we'll get in. Oh, they're very expensive. So let's get in Susan. 1 more doctor. We'll get in Robert, and then at night, let's get in Daniel. Slow learner, clean feet, and your germaphobe. So you're not great, Daniel. You're not the best doctor in the world, mate, are you? But you're going to do, I think, for the moment. Right, so let's resume time. So that's the bare minimum that we need for internal medicine to function. So now let's go and grab Jane. Let's change her to... Where is she? Jane, have you just got transported to another hospital? Or you're invisible. Okay, so Jane's gone invisible. I don't blame her. So then we'll put her in regular hospitalisation within internal medicine and make sure she gets all of those drugs just there. Oh yeah, I think she's gone to another hospital. Okay, well thanks for that, Jane. That's very nice of you, isn't it? Right here, that was a lady who had the Meniere's disease. I don't know how you pronounce that. So she's going to go to pharmacy and get her diuretics. Over here we've got David Hall. He's got an otera, an inflammation of the ear. Okay. Jane, how can you be collapsing if you're no longer here, love? Jane is invisibly collapsing, so let's make sure she gets some artificial ventilation. Look at this poor technician here. She's just... Oh, Jane. We're trying, Jane. We're trying to help you, but you're not helping yourself. Right, okay, that's all working lovely. So, we need a Q machine in here, do we? Oh, I forgot to put in a Q machine. So let's get that in there. And we'll get in some info TVs. Wherever we can get them. 1 in there. And 1 there. Yeah, lovely. Okay, there we go. So here we've got Daniel Jackson. So we think he's got a hemothorax. Well, let's just do a physical exam. Have a look at his chest just to make sure that he's got a hemothorax. So we don't want to assume. One thing you definitely don't want your doctor to do is assume. Okay, so he needs some forensentesis. They like to give me some interesting words, don't they? So can he have that? Necessary equipment unavailable. So I assume that's something that goes on within a special procedures unit, which I assume is a fairly expensive room to build. How much is the prefab? Special procedures unit, yeah, 20 grand. Okay, I mean, if we got rid of 2 beds in here, I still don't think we would have enough. Would we? So what we could do is, should we get it in? I feel like we should have a look at it. Right, so let's get in. Let's demolish another ICU bed. So we've now got 1 ICU bed. Not a lot at all. We'll get $20,000 loan. I pray to God that Magnus, our health minister, comes back to us soon and says that he'll give us some more money. Right, let's extend our room here. So we can go out to there. And we're going to get out this wall. This is going to be a long episode. You're welcome, guys. You are welcome. Right, and so we could get out the prefab. We could get out the prefab and have a look at it. And then we could just delete the bits that we don't need, couldn't we? So let's just move that stretcher. We'll move that stretcher down to here. Okay, so if we were going to get out the prefab, we can delete a few bits in the prefab. So let's do that. Let's expand it. by 1. Nothing's on that wall, so we're not going to delete anything. And we will make sure that these are down as tiles, and our walls in here are some strange ones, those in green I believe. So let's just make sure that that's all done. There we go. Okay, so that's our special procedures unit. So let's just make sure now that's all zoned as a special procedures unit, and we'll come in here. What's not needed? The stretcher's probably not needed. We'll get rid of that cabinet. It's not going to save us too much money. No, can I get... Yeah, the cabinet, thank you. And we'll just delete that, and we'll delete that one instruments table just to save a tiny bit of money. Right, so I assume we don't need any surgeons or anything. I don't think we do. I think it just requires a doctor. So if we went into here, surgery, yes, you can't do any surgery, so that just requires a doctor. So let's go down to Daniel, I can't speak today. And let's make sure that he gets his forensentesis. Right, so he's coming in here. He's going to go into high dependency unit. Okay, and I assume a nurse or a doctor is going to come and grab him. And then he's going to go into the diagnostic unit. I assume we're going to do a few tests in here. Okay, now he's going into special procedures unit where he's going to have his hemothorax sorted out. So Kate King here is collapsing. She's waiting for a bed in trauma centre. Is there a 1 bed taken up? Who's that? Katie King. So we are going to need another bed in here. If we can afford it, let's get another bed. It's going to be... oh my god, that was expensive. Okay, well that was really expensive, but hopefully that should mean that we just have a lot more capacity over here. Hopefully Kate will be making her way over fairly soon. Oh my god, there's blood everywhere. Who's this? Brooke Foster. She's got an essential thrombocythemia. Oh, okay. So let's give her all her little bits. And she probably needs to go... she's getting bloody everywhere. Brooke, that's not very kind, is it? Bloody everywhere. Okay guys, so I'm going to leave this episode here today. This is quite a long one, but we've made a lot of progress. There's lots and lots of building today. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed the episode. There's blood everywhere. I'll try and get that sorted in between episodes, and I'll see you in our next one. Please remember to pop along to our stream Thursday 9 o'clock British Standard Time. Project Hospital, building a hospital from scratch as realistic as we possibly can. So please come along, join in with the chat, and you're going to have a direct influence on what hospital we build. So I hope you enjoyed the episode today. Please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in our next episode. See you later. Thank you very much for watching the video guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel down below if you haven't done so already. And please feel free to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Have a great day. See you later.